Living in a house where cops are called on a daily basis and cops know your name, people should not be going through that. That environment wasn't safe and wasn't helpful for my future and what was best for myself and for my brothers.
Our parents really weren't that great. They were neglecting us, abusing us. There really wasn't a reason for them to be parents at all.
To see my mom's face and her not even being emotional about her kids leaving her, it was a whole nother feeling.
All of us got in the system, me being the first one. And once we all got in the system, we knew that our parents weren't going to be there no more.
5 kids, all siblings, 4 boys and 1 girl, going through foster care, wanting to stay together, and the efforts weren't made enough for all 5 of us to stay together.
Every single effort should be made for them to be placed together, and no matter how hard it is or whatever the obstacle is, keeping siblings together both statistically shows that there's a more positive outcome in the future, but really just to think that you're removed from your family and then you're separated from your brothers and sisters are your only link to that family.
I was listening to a story and 2 girls were put in foster care, but they have each other. So their spirits are being just lifted up and everything's going well. Why couldn't I have that?
I think it's difficult to keep siblings together because there may be an instant where one sibling has higher needs than the other. Maybe they need to be in a specific placement or school or something to meet those needs. Or maybe I think a lot of times there's just not enough placements available to take a sibling group of a certain amount. And so I think that there are those challenges with placement, how many placements there are, maybe behavioral needs, and probably several other things, but those are the things that I see that cause siblings to be separated most often.
I had my casa, Genevieve, the most amazing, dedicated, loving lady I've ever met in my life.
When I heard about Voices for Children and the opportunity to just kind of be the one person who was consistent in a child's life, I thought that was something I could do. That was something as a volunteer that I could commit to and I could feel good about and I could really put my heart into. And that's why I decided that being a CASA volunteer was probably the best use of my skills, my talent, and my energy.
She is the reason why I even have any type of relationship with my brothers. Because of her, I'm going to college, I'm doing what I need to do. She pestered me all the time, every day, but she knew what was best.
Foster kids are in the system because they're either abused, abandoned, or neglected. It's not that these are bad kids. They're usually some of the best kids I know who've had to actually parent their own parents. So, a lot of adults get into drugs or, gambling or whatever the heck, go to prison, and their poor children are left there holding the bag. And so foster kids, instead of being, the tough kids, are usually the ones with the biggest heart, watching out for the kids who are getting picked on in school because they know what it's like to have nobody on their side.
We've been disappointed a lot of our life, but having someone to depend on and knowing that they're going to show up and not miss a visit, such as my parents, it's just irreplaceable. The mother figure that every kid would want, the one that attends to everything, it's her.
I think a CASA can kind of be somebody who pushes you to try new things, encourages you to do things on your own, and teaches you how to be successful and self-sufficient, and hopefully to have relationships that are better than the ones that maybe you saw as a child.
This experience wasn't easy, but this whole experience is worth the ride because if I can make a difference for the future, for future siblings or for future foster kids that need someone to talk to or need someone that can relate to, I want to be that person. I want to be the one that stands up for them because I know how it feels.